Yo,
What's good?
what's the word? Casey J in the
Chilling.
building.
Good morning.
Good morning. You looking real tired over there.
I'm looking tired.
A little bit. You look tired a little bit.
Nah, don't. I'm good. I mean,
That's a
I
good
am
thing
in
though.
LA, so it's a big time difference. Like it's 7 a.m. over here.
Yeah.
So,
And when I say that, I'm not coming at you. I'm saying tired is a good thing. You in a tournament. That means you practicing.
oh right, yeah, I'm
You know
putting
what I'm
in
saying?
that work. Okay.
Facts. So, first off, let me ask you how you feel about the judges. It's Minnesota Luke, Battle Rap Fanatic, um, Tony Bro, and Freeway.
I think that as far as the judges, I think that they're probably super unbiased. I think that it's a good for judges to pick from. You know, they've never been online and had any beef with any of the battle rappers, or they don't have any bias towards none of us. So it's going to be fair judging. So I'm excited about the judges. I'm kind of nervous about the judges too, actually, because I don't know. It always goes either way depending on their preference.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Let me ask you this, right? So take me through this process, right? Originally, I'm live when I'm watching Ultimate Madness get announced. When they flipping through the names, and it
Hmm.
originally is Casey J versus Wave Seven. I even see y'all get on Monday Night Recap, and y'all going at it. You know what I'm saying, not really crazy, y'all joking, and then we see the switch. Now it's Casey J versus Twork. How does that work in your mind? Being that, you know what I'm saying, you thought you had one person, now you got another.
Oh man. Okay, so me and Sway were originally picked, and then it ended up being I don't know if you saw how everything happened, but
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, I seen how
okay, so
smacked
you
up.
already
Yeah,
know. So originally it was Prep and Sway that were picked, and then they switched the cards. So once Prep and Sway were picked, it was me and Twerk last. So for that made it random. Whenever they switched it, that they were like kind of messing up the random draw. So it was originally me and Twerk, to be honest. So they just said, to be fair, I'm battling Twerk now. The way I found out was I thought Monday, I thought I was battling Swave. And then Wednesday, I found out they switched us. So I was like already starting to battle right for Swave. And then I'm like, whoa, now I have even, like, I don't even have enough time. I'm not going to say enough time, but I have less time than everyone else because now they have 3 weeks. I have 2.5 weeks because I just found out I'm battling Twerk. And I felt like it's a bigger competition than me battling Sway. So I just, got in gear and put the pressure on, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
Started writing and shit. We here.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow.
Now let me ask you this, right? So
Hmm.
if it originally stays where it's at and it's Casey versus Wave, Prep versus Twerk, do you feel like you and Twerk still meet up in the next round? Are y'all in the same bracket or no?
We are in the same bracket, so even if it was that way, me and Twerk would have possibly met in the second round
So then
if he
it's
was to get past prep.
yeah. So is it? It might be like sometimes things be a blessing in disguise. It's like you get it out the way in the first round, then you know what I'm saying. You won't have to worry about it in the next round if it goes your way.
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is a battle that is highly anticipated and a lot of people want to see it. So either way it goes, I do think that we're gonna put up a good battle, and it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be really shocking. I like to
Mm,
say.
mm, okay. So yeah, because for me, when I was in the BET tournament, originally they wanted me to battle Suge first,
Hmm.
and in my mind, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to everybody that was on in the tournament, but I felt like the toughest competition was Geechee, because he could freestyle, he could rebuttal. You know what I'm saying. He's, you know, the crowd could digest him well, and that was a crowd thing. So I was kind of feeling like the same way you was, like, damn, why the fuck I had to battle this nigga in the first round. But then I looked at it like, well, shit. If I could beat him in the first round, then it's kind of smooth sailing in the
Exactly.
next round. So, um, That's a good way to look at it. Now, a bunch of people in these comments, I'm lost. I was celebrating my birthday on vacation, so I only knew about something with QP and Yoshi, but now they got your name attached to it too. What's going on with you and QP, or is there nothing going on? He's just
there's nothing going on with me and him. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
All I would just say, it's all cap, all lies, and all clout chasing. Like, it's just ironic that I'm coming into one of the biggest battles of my career, and this happens. You know what I'm saying? We know that he is a problem with female battle rap, and even with him, when he says that he writes for different females like Bonnie, like Yoshi, he puts out the proof. He has proof for them. There's no receipts on my behalf. It's all rumors. And then even with that, you know, when somebody lies too many times, they start forgetting their lies. And this man 5 years ago said he wrote my rounds versus Robin. And now just a couple of weeks ago or so, because I wasn't really paying attention either, because I was focusing on my battle. Just a couple of days or so ago, he says, well, she doesn't rap good. I didn't write her rounds, but I wrote 16 haymakers for her versus Robin. Now your story's changing, and I didn't even have 16 haymakers versus Robin. So it's like, people who are my fans and people who have been there from the very beginning, they know what it is. They know the truth. Like, and I appreciate them, but like, it's some people who are like, oh, you're this, you're that, and it's unfortunate that a man that you guys take credit, I mean, y'all take the word of someone who's super not credible, you know what I mean? So it's like, hey, I don't have nothing to do with all of that. That man doesn't have my phone number. He can't call me. We're not friends on social media, etc. Like, and to put my name in it is just ridiculous. Like, why? So that you could have your name brought up in an interview? Yeah. Because you clearly can't get a battle.
Now, let me ask you this, right? This dives into another question that I feel like we all as battle rappers deal with, but I feel like the women deal with it more. So I want to talk about it. Like, how do you feel like something exactly like that, right? Just because it's a guy. It's like you go into a battle, you battle a guy, and the typical thing guys say when they battle a woman, if it's any, you know what I'm saying, any way to throw a low blow, if they're not paying fair, oh, she did this, she did that, she slept with this person, she did with that. And it's like automatically, when that's said, the whole culture believes it just because a guy said it. And it's like, I feel like we all deal with that, but women deal with it more just because it's like, all right, yeah, it's a woman. So if I say that, boom. It's like somebody says, he wrote for her. It's automatic just because it's like a stigma of, you know, women.
Females not writing their own. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And, females do have to deal with it a lot. And reason being is because some of these females do have ghostwriters. Yeah. And some of these females have been exposed for having ghostwriters. There's been proof. They've apologized, etc. So it's like a stigma that is like just on us. Some people can't believe that females could actually rap that good. But there are females that can rap that good and write that good. And then as on my behalf, I can freestyle, I can rebuttal, I can battle rap, I could do all of that stuff. I've been rapping for a very long time. So for someone to take credit for me, like, oh, I wrote that, and then it's like, y'all are, I can't see how you, I can't see what y'all see. I can't see how people would believe that lie. Because but
you know why? Because it's battle rap. Like you got to think, at the beginning of my career, with everybody, like there's videos right now that I just put out a video yesterday where I was battle rapping at 15, freestyle.
I seen that.
Right? Mm-hmm. And at the beginning of my career, for like the first 5 years, just because nobody else had anything to say, they used to say Clips wrote for me. And it's like, if you're watching me shake the building with a freestyle that's better than some people's writtens, how is that possible? But then you just know. But then you just know it's when people have nothing else on you, it's like that's all they can make up. So that's why I said I totally understand it. But I think it's whack because I feel like I just said before you came on there, I said I feel like 2020 was an emerging emerging year for females in battle rap due to Kings vs Queens, the Watch the Throne event and all of that. And I don't think like this year it should be tarnished by certain people saying rumors, because it's guys that have ghostwriters, just like it's girls that have ghostwriters. So I don't think it really matters on, you know what I'm saying, the gender. It's just, it is what it is. Some people don't write their rhymes, some people get help, and some people do. So I don't think we should make it like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like women's basketball to men. Like if you play at the high level, you play at the high level. So I don't think that matters, you know what I'm saying, about your gender. Now, let me ask you this next question, right? If you had to pick, because it's 16 of y'all in this tournament, after tomorrow, it's only 8 people that's advancing. What's the final 4? If you had to pick, aside from yourself,
the
3
final
other people.
The final 4 official, Geechee, Rum Nitty, and KCJ.
That's a strong 4.
Because if you look at the brackets, on the left side, official and Rum Nitty would be in the semifinals, and if you look on the right side, after I beat Twork, it's going to be smooth sailing until I get to Geechee in the semifinals.
Now let me ask you this next question: who do you think is the toughest person to beat in this tournament?
Geechee.
Why?
Because he is super consistent and he continues to have great content, and it's super impressive. That alone, it could give him a round. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's just super consistent, you know, and the fact that he's consistent and he keeps on giving us quality gives him extra points. You know what I mean? So if he gets in this tournament and continues to do what he's been doing, then he's going to be a problem, because he's been a problem. I think that he's a great freestyler. I think that he's good on the spot. He's a good rapper. He's good at what he does. He's good at breaking the battle rapper down, etc. So I think that he is going to be one of the hardest opponents to get past.
I can honestly agree with that, because I feel like out of everybody in the tournament, if I had to bet my money like who I feel like is not going to mess up with only 2 weeks, it'd definitely be him, because I've seen him, you know what I'm saying, do it so many times. Now, this next question, I know we talked about the judges, but it's another thing, right? So let's say it's 2-2. Are you concerned with the fan vote? Because the fan vote on Caffeine is a popularity contest, in my opinion.
Man, I'm not concerned about the fan vote. I'm not concerned about the fan vote. No, I'm not, because I think that I think that it may be a popularity contest, but I've always been the underdog and I've always won the caffeine votes. But I can't go off of always.
Yeah.
But I'm just not concerned about it. All I'm concerned about is doing what the fuck I do. And if they like, the right thing's gonna happen. I don't want to focus on the judges, because I feel like, damn, that's crazy.
I feel you. Let me ask you this too, right? So I seen I think a tweet from Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast. You got other battles lined up in the midst of the tournament, right?
Right. So I battle Mac Myron next weekend in Flint, Michigan, on One Night Stand.
Yo, that's the league that be doing all the crazy titles, right?
Yeah, they be. They be doing.
Was that the niggas versus bitches card?
Yeah, that was niggas versus bitches.
That's why I said that. One Night Stand. Them niggas is crazy. Shout out to them. But yeah. Before you get out of here, let me just get your predictions for the battles in the first round.
Okay.
So Cortez versus Official. Who you got?
I got Official.
All right. Geechee versus Riggs.
I got Geechee.
All right. Jerry West versus Swamp.
I feel like this battle is going to be. This is for me. This is one of my most anticipated battles, because I feel like this battle could literally go either way. I think it's a style clash, but I think that I like both of them as battle rappers. And it's really just gonna come down to who spit the better shit, or who I felt more. And I kind of going with Swamp. I'm not gonna lie. After his battle, after seeing him on Double Impact, I think I got Swamp for this. Like, but it could honestly go 2-1 either way. So
Okay.
yeah.
Do you have next one is Jack Boy and T Top?
T Top.
T Top. All right. Sirius Jones and Rum Nitty.
Rum Nitty.
Drugs and Yoshi G.
Drugs.
Prep and Swave.
Ooh, I got Swave, but I like Swave as a battle rapper, but Prep is not to be slept on, but I'm gonna go Swave 2-1.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. And I know you got you in your battle, but how you calling it? 2-1, 3-0?
I'm gonna call it 2-1.
Okay. I'm not mad at
I'm
that.
gonna call it 2-1.
All right, well, I ain't going to hold you up too much longer. I know you got the face-off tonight, and I know you got the battle tomorrow, so good luck. I'm going to be tuned in. I'm going to be watching it from the crib.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Of course.
No problem. Got you.